The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Going.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, everybody?
Tuning in to Armed Radio. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Mr. Bill.
And thank you for joining us for Talk Live Paranormal tonight.
Yes. It's another lovely, beautiful Wednesday evening. Hey, we want to start off, we always do, throw a big shout out to all of our men and women in uniform that are serving now, the ones that have served, all our veterans that are out there across the United States, all across the world, actually. We want to thank you guys for your service. The ones that are serving now, please be careful, be safe, come home. You have families waiting back here for you. Keep your head down. Thank you very much for everything you guys do every single day.
Oh my God. Okay, all I heard of that was every single day.
You didn't hear any of that?
It was breaking up bad. You're clear right now.
I hope that went out over the air so people get, hey, we want to thank everybody in uniform. Thank you guys for what you do every single day. You guys rock. You guys are the best in the world. So
I heard all that.
Thank you.
God bless.
Awesome. Now, you got a couple things you need to put out there. What's the biggest one?
The biggest one is it's my mama's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Mama. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mom.
She turned 21 all over again. And the crazy thing is my birthday's Monday. So that's how close our birthdays are together. So happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you're having a great birthday.
She's going to go to bed right after our show. She listens to it every week.
That's awesome. I love you, Mom.
Thanks. You, Mom. So other than Mama's birthday, I just wanted to recap on some of the events coming up. Let's see. The first one is Scarefest is coming up. I know we mentioned it once or twice before.
Yep.
But it's coming up September 14th through the 16th, and that is at Lexington Convention Center. And for more information on that one, you can go to www.thescarefest.com. And if you really want to come down and see me, I will be doing autographs at the table titled Rosalie for the movie that I'm in that comes out this fall.
Come down and see and meet Shannon. We want those pictures for our Facebook page. Come down and see them. Come down and see her.
We'll get lots of pictures. I'll take them with my phone.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
Selfies.
But wait, real quick, I gotta apologize. I said I was gonna go last week to the Black Angel and get some pictures. We have been up there 3 times trying to get in, and it's not that the cemetery's closed or anything. It's just the lovely city up there has decided to do road construction. Getting in there is a pain in the ass. So as soon as they open it back up, I can get in there. I don't want to go in at 2:00 in the morning and have people calling the cops on me.
That's the fun part.
Not there. They shoot first, shoot second, shoot third, and then they don't ask questions.
Okay, well then don't do that. We need you in one piece.
So what else you got?
There's another event coming up at Ashmore, and I'll talk about Ash Bash here in a second too, but on September 22nd and 23rd, they have what is called a one-on-one class and a public investigation up at Ashmore Estates in Ashmore, Illinois, and tickets are $50.
Okay.
You can actually go to Ashmore Estates. You can just Google Ashmore Estates and pull up the website for more information on that. And we had somebody reach out to us it's called Paranormal Kicks Cancer. And they sent me a message, and I told them I would talk about this on the air for a second, but they are proud to announce they have 2 events in September. One at Fellsmere, Florida on September 22nd and 23rd, and then there's an event at Brookville, Florida, September 29th.
And it looks like it's exactly what it is. It's paranormal stuff where they're raising money for cancer. And
Yes.
so get out there and help them. We know cancer is one of the worst things that anybody could ever go through. It's nothing that anybody wants to play with. They need to find a cure for this thing, and the only way they're going to find a cure is to keep raising money for this cancer, for to do things. So please, if you can't make it there, try to maybe go to their website. That they're taking donations. It's a pretty good organization. So,
do they have a donation link on their website?
I'm looking at it right now. Yes,
it looks like a lot of
yep.
fun. It says that they'll have raffles, food, fun, and of course investigating of Central and Eastern Florida. And some of the raffles include winning places to investigate in the U.S. or Canada.
That looks like it could be, it looks like it's going to be good. So get out there, go look at it. If I'm reading the right one, it looks like a lot of it is geared towards kids. And that's the worst. Childhood cancer. A child should never have to go through cancer. I don't care what their background is, who they are. No child should ever have to go through this. So no one should, but
amen to that.
Kids are a special place. So if you can go to this one, if you can't, if you can make a donation, whether it's $1 or whether it's $1 million. If someone donates $1 million, I want you on this show.
We will definitely have them on the show.
We want you to be on our show so we can talk paranormal with you, because you are freaking awesome if you donate $1 million. So please go out there, do what you can. Let's it's going to take everybody to fix this.
Oh yeah.
I know that there's a lot of people that go, oh, the only reason they're talking about cancer is to raise money so people can have, the big businesses can get it. You know what? That's probably true. There's a lot of them out there that say, hey, we donated $10,000, only $2,000 of it went to the actual research and everybody else got the money. But you know what? That's $2,000 towards research. I've looked at it totally differently now with my situation. The money, what little bit of money goes, it's got to help somewhere. But again, there's no reason that it's 2018. We have cars that I almost cussed. I'm trying to be polite here. We have cars that drive themselves. We have robots working for us. We have people with bad hair in political positions. Why can't we find a cure for cancer?
A cure for anything, for that matter.
Shit. What the hell is... Okay, there, I lost it. What the hell is going on?
He'll just title it explicit. It's okay.
Okay. You can't... You can't tell me that there's not something up there that can help. I mean, they're making, I know they're making strides every day, and they find new things every day to try, and they keep going and going and going. But come on. It's cancer. We've got to find a way to fix this. There's got to be something out there. This one hits strong to my heart, and it's there. Something has to happen. Sometime. Okay, I'm done. I'm good.
It's all good. Take a deep breath. Woosah.
Well, since that came up, if you've been, I know we got some stuff to talk about, but have you been watching the news about that young lady here in Iowa?
No.
The one that went missing about over a month ago. Her name was Molly Tibbetts, and they actually, from we're seeing her, yeah, they found her.
They found her in a cornfield. Is that the one? Okay.
Yep. I would like to, from Shannon and I personally, if anybody's listening, send our condolences to the family, Molly's family. We would like to say we're sorry. We hope you guys can find a way through this and find some closure in the investigation that's going on now. So please, it's not good. The date, we know there's nothing we could say that's going to ever bring Molly back, but know that there's people out here that are standing with you and we hope you guys, we hope you make it day by day. Just remember, each day is a new day, and we're with you. So
yes, nobody should have to go through that either.
No, they shouldn't.
There's too much bad in this world, people.
We need good. Why can't people just do good? There's people out there that are just so. Everybody's looking at the bad and everything. I turn the news on every morning and I don't even want to watch because it's this bad and that bad and this bad and that bad. And they
everybody's offended. Everybody's offended by everything.
You can't even say, well, can't we use him or her in typing documents anymore? You can't say that. You can't use, well, come on. Get over it. Life sucks. Get a helmet.
One of the things pissing me off here lately is the whole stupid-ass football players kneeling.
I'm in a conflicted spot on that. I served my time in the military.
Yes.
I stand strongly about the American values that are supposed to be there. I stand strongly about the American flag and the symbolism for it, and I think it's bullshit that they kneel for it. But on the other hand, I stand strongly about the American values that I fought for to make right, to give people the right to actually do that. So I'm really conflicted.
To voice their own opinions.
Yeah, I'm very conflicted on that one. I feel that you shouldn't be kneeling. Just because you make $500 million a year for going out there and playing a sport that you love, great, not a problem, go for it. But that I don't think that should give you the right to utilize time. Here's the other thing, piece. I don't think they should be able to utilize time on a national television show or on the TV to voice that. If you want to do that, pay for your own time. But then again, I look at it again in my brain. That's what I fought for. That's what I voluntarily joined the military to fight for, is the freedoms that we're allowed to have every day. So right.
I can see that.
I'm really conflicted on that one. So, yeah. All right. Henry, wake the hell up. I know you're asleep at work.
Hey, Henry messaged me. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Messaged me, was it a day or two ago? And I guess where Henry and them are at in New York, he's been hiking in those mountains where that artifact was supposedly found.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he messaged me in one of the website name and everything again, and I sent it to him, and he was reading up on it. I didn't hear back from him, but he said him and some of the guys were talking at work and noticed about how, like when you mentioned about the nails being fairly new and all that stuff, and the rope being fairly new. I said, yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from. So he did reach out and want more information on it. So I don't know what he concluded from all of that, but he said he does hike in those mountains quite a bit.
Henry, I'm expecting a report from you back on this one. If you get up there, I want to know what you found. Did they take it back and put it back where it's supposed to be?
I was wondering the same thing. Did it really go back like they said it did?
Is it roped off so no one can get there and no one can go to it? So, yeah, but Henry, hey, I hope you guys are listening. If you got anything, let us know. If you found out anything, let us know. We want to know.
I want to know if it's really there.
Yeah, no kidding. So what we're talking about, for anybody who wasn't here last week, and there's a site out there called Week in Weird, and it's WEEK in Weird News. There's all sorts of things on there. There's crazy stuff on there.
There's a lot of stuff on that website, and it hasn't been updated in a good year, close to a year.
Yeah, so people, if you know anybody who does that site, come on, we need some new stuff. We'll help promote your site. We don't care. Let's just do this. Get us the information of put some new stuff on there, because this little amulet person thingy with those nails stuck in his face and the noose around his neck, that's really, it's interesting, but I want to know more about it. I want to know more stuff, and I don't want to have to talk about the lady who's thought her vagina was haunted.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, we totally got off the topic last week.
Yeah, no kidding. But we're going to go into, there's some things that Shannon and I have been looking at. We spend a lot of time on the internet looking at things, and there's lots of questions out there. There's lots of different topics. Which one do you want to start with?
It don't matter to me. The one that I had looked up was the top 10 unexplained phenomena.
Okay, go for it.
And that was on, it's at www.livescience.com.
Okay.
And
Which,
you know how I am about finding every once in a while these top 10 something. I always try and find one, because we haven't talked about one.
so should we go through all top 10 of them? What?
Well, I kind of skimmed through them earlier.
Okay.
I will read the first one because it says what science can't explain, and then
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, where's that music? I don't have my soundboard up. The heck is that?
Me? Are you there? Hello?
I'm talking about the thing from the X-Files. Yeah, I'm here. I'm not talking. Can you? Oh, there it is.
Alright, so what's the first one? What science can't explain? Science is powerful,
Yes.
but there is much it can't explain. And when people see, hear, or believe something that is not explained, science finds itself trying to prove things don't exist. And it's truly impossible. In the following pages, you'll learn more about the blah, 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 whatever. From ghost to supposed man-like beast, from incredible experiences at the line between life and death to the amazing unexplained feats of the mind itself. So, that was number one. So,
I think that was just a brief explanation of the science part of it, I think.
okay.
That's what I'm guessing, because then it just goes into, like... And of course I always pick the ones that I don't know how to pronounce.
Come on, say it.
I would go with Taos.
Taos hum.
The Taos hum.
Yeah.
It says... Go read it?
Go for it.
No, you got that cool voice. You can read it.
Some residents and visitors of the small city of Taos, New Mexico, for years have been annoyed and puzzled by a mysterious and faint low-frequency hum in the desert air. They drink tequila down there. That's where that's coming from.
Lots of tequila.
Only about 2% of Taos residents report hearing the sound. Some believe it is caused by unnatural acoustics. Others suspect mass hysteria and some secret, sinister purpose. Whether described as a whir, hum, or buzz, and whether psychological, natural, or supernatural, no one has yet to be able to locate the sound's origin. So, there's a sound coming through.
There's some weird sound in Mexico.
Arriba.
And of course, we've already talked about Bigfoot on one of our other episodes, so I'm just going to skip over that one.
You don't want to talk about Bigfoot?
Everybody knows the story about Foot.
But why in this world, we're in 2018, why don't the pictures look clear? My phone can take a picture from 2 miles away and I can zoom in and it looks clear. Why can't the Bigfoot pictures look clear? That's all I want to know.
But it looks like an ancient picture.
I know, but you'd think nowadays, maybe Bigfoot's posing now. And that's why they're like, that doesn't look natural. Why is Bigfoot wearing a tutu? I don't know. Okay, next. Intuition.
Man, I don't know if that's your mic or mine, but you break up and off.
It might be my internet, so I want to apologize.
I'm serious. You're like breaking up really bad.
You start talking about the next one. I'm going to try to fix my mic.
Now you're clear. I don't get it.
Son of a monkey.
Because we're reading all this weird phenomena stuff.
Okay.
Alright, the next one is intuition.
Do you believe
Whether
in
we
intuition?
call it... Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It says whether we call it a gut feeling, a sixth sense, or something else, we have all experienced intuition at one time or another. Of course, gut feelings are often wrong. How many times during an aircraft turbulence have you been sure your plane's going to go down?
Every
But
time.
they do seem to be right much of the time. Psychologists note that the people subconsciously pick up information about the world around us, leading us to seemingly sense or know information without knowing exactly how or why we do it. But cases of intuition are difficult to prove or study, and psychology may only be part of the answer. And it cracks me up how it goes from slide to slide, because it's like, if your intuition is telling you that the next slide is about mysterious disappearances, you're right.
But they just told us what it's about.
Right? See, that was one of the ones I jumped over.
Mysterious disappearances?
Yeah.
You know, especially nowadays.
I mean, it says people disappear for various reasons. I mean, well, yeah, we know that. Most are runaways. Some succumb to accident. A few are abducted or killed, but most are eventually found. Not so with the truly mysterious disappearances. From the crew of the Marie Celeste to Jimmy Hoffa, Amelia Earhart, and Natalie Holloway.
But they found Amelia Earhart. Did you see that article?
What?
They found Amelia Earhart. They found pictures of her after supposedly her plane crashed. She lived on some island somewhere.
I
guess they found her. Are you there?
Yeah. You
Okay.
break up like talking, and then you get real clear. Like, are you there?
I apologize. I'm not
telling you,
moving.
it's this page or something. I don't know. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna close the page out.
Okay. I'll get ready to get on that one. We'll jump to the next subject. What's our next one?
The next one. Oh, this is the one that we were going to talk about. This is the one. It's called Ghosts. And it says, many people have reported seeing apparitions of both shadowy strangers and departed loved ones. Though definitive proof for the existence of ghosts remain elusive, people still report sightings, photos, etc. This is my favorite part, and I want your opinion on this when I'm done.
Okay.
It says, ghost investigators hope to one day prove that that the dead can contact the living, providing to the mystery. Now, one thing I do want to point out was this post was made on March 24th of 2016.
Huh?
So, yeah. So this was 2 years ago that somebody made this post. And out of all the shows that you see on TV, I find it hard to believe that they have no evidence that you can literally talk to the dead. Yeah, right? Right. That's kind of like how I was when I read it the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, Bill's going to get a kick out of this one.
So, wait, read that line again.
The last one?
Yeah.
It says, ghost investigators hope to one day prove that the dead can contact the living, providing to the mystery.
Hope that one day.
Yeah.
Hope that one day. Hope that one day. Is this person live under a rock?
Oh no. Maybe they don't own a TV. They obviously have the internet.
What in the hell? Okay, so I don't even know what to say here. That's baffling me that in 2016 there's some hopefully one day. What?
How do you explain like all the evidence? I mean, granted, like when you watch shows like Ghost Hunters International, where they don't get a lot of stuff, but I mean, if you watch like what is it, Paranormal Lockdown with Nick and Katrina?
Yeah.
How if anybody watches the episode of Paranormal Lockdown where they are at Trans-Allegheny, Google it, YouTube it, Fire Stick it, whatever you gotta do. watch the episode of Paranormal Lockdown at Trans-Allegheny, and about midway through, I want you to tell me what the hell that is behind Nick slithering on the ground.
So, first thing you're going to hear is you're going to hear people say, "Oh, they're doing that just for TV." So, to our skeptics out there, which sometimes I'm still skeptical about things, come with us once. Come to one of these locations. Go through it yourself. But to this person who wrote this article, hope to one day? Come on. Come on. One day. Haven't you seen Ghostbusters? That was years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, like, with everything that, like, even private paranormal teams post on YouTube and websites and all over the internet and all that crap, I mean, I can't really say much because I still have yet to post the picture of my face apparition on our page so people can look at it and we can get their opinion for it. Because, I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm a techie, yes. As far as editing skills, put a ghost into the picture when it's a pitch black picture, like, I don't know. I'm not that good. I'm really not that good. So, and I mean, when Beth and I saw it for the first time, we were like, holy fuck, what the hell was that? Or I just cussed too.
That's all right. They'll put the explicit sign on there.
Right. But we went back and we looked at it again, and both of us at the same time was like, oh my god, that's a face. You know, and the more I play it, and I mean, I've even played it for Daryl up at Post Town, and for him to be like, I don't see nothing, kind of baffles me. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has got anything like that, but that same night we got like three misty figures on camera. That's unexplainable. And then some of the responses that like you guys get and we get on the Phasma box. I mean,
yeah,
it's different. Like when you've listened to the Phasma box for, you know, I don't know how long you guys have had yours. We've had ours for almost 2 years now. But you get used to the same words that pop up all the time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So when you get words coming through that are referring to that current time and people and direct responses to questions from guests that have no idea, you know, other than they're just asking questions and then something responds to them, I don't know how they don't have any kind of evidence that the dead can contact the living. With all the devices we have nowadays to use on investigations, I don't know how.
And not even just the devices we have and that we use every single week. It's
feelings too.
Yeah, those feelings of knowing someone's watching you and so someone's talking to you. You know, you go back to something is there. It has to be.
Science hasn't went that far, I guess.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I don't know. I kind of want to post this little saying to our page where it says, "Ghost investigators hope to one day."
You should post that article to our page and see what we get. Just see what people put down.
I might have to do that. Share this link. Or I'll just highlight it and copy and paste it into our page just so they can read the one article about ghosts. Because that's interesting. I'm sorry, but that's interesting.
No, yeah, I'm real curious to what people think.
And out of all the people that call from residentials, you know, and you guys deal with, you know, in Iowa, you guys deal with residentials where people have stuff happening in their house.
We just did one this weekend.
Did you?
At a private, we did a private home
in Iowa.
Yep. And
how'd that go?
Whatever was there seemed to really want to talk through using the flashlight and actually physically moving the flashlight.
Nice.
So it was. I don't think we're done. Matter of fact, I know we're not done.
You guys going back?
Yeah. I don't think we'll have any choice but to go back. So
I don't want to. Do you guys have a REM pod?
Oh
you
yeah,
guys do, don't you?
Yep, we use it. We don't get a whole lot of hits on it. We actually just looked at getting the Periscope, and to try
I love
that.
my periscopes. I got 2 periscopes.
Show off.
Now, the residential that Beth and I did up in Greenfield, Ohio, which was crazy because it was like 3 blocks from my grandma's house where my grandma lives. This house, we had like a REM pod up in the middle of the bottom of the stairwell, and then one in a completely different room, and both REM pods were going off at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. So you know how you hardly get a hit on the REM pod? It depends on where you are, but you know how most of the time you're lucky if you get 1 hit in 8 hours of investigating?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it shocked us that, and one was somebody else's. We had 2 other guys with us that had investigated that house with us, and one of them belonged to one of the guys there, and the other one was Beth's, and they were both going off at the same time. And while we were there, a wallet got relocated.
Wait, a what?
A wallet. This woman's son's wallet moved from upstairs to downstairs. It was downstairs.
Kind of like my ring.
Yeah. How it was on the white box?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's creepy. I don't know. I'm definitely posting this thing to our page.
Yeah,
I can't get over it.
That's gonna have to be a must.
Alright, well, we'll move past this one because I can sit here and be baffled by that comment all night.
That's just really got me stumped and threw me all off.
And I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are listening that are investigators too, because, you know, they reach out to us every once in a while, and I can't wait to hear back on this one.
Yeah, so we want to hear your guys' your feedback on that. And remember, that article was written in 2016.
Yes.
So we really want to know your feedback on that one.
And
so
14.
What?
I started working for Ghost Hunts in 2015.
Okay.
So we had our evidence at Post Town like a year prior to that.
So
maybe I should just contact the person that wrote this and be like, okay, so what do you make of this? Is this a hologram?
You did that on purpose. Oh, well,
Yeah.
We tried to catch it on purpose.
I can show you my editing skills. They suck. I can do what everybody else can do and merge pictures and cut and all that good stuff, but putting a hologram in my video, yeah, no.
So I'm actually on a site that has 5 questions or 5 things on it, and I want to read them.
Okay.
And get your opinion on all 5 of these.
Oh Lord.
The title of it is 5 Things I've Learned as a Ghost Hunter that TV shows won't show you. Okay.
God. Okay.
So I'm going to read the first thing here, so that way we're all up to date. It says you're probably aware of the baffling popular reality show about ghost hunters genre. These paragons of journalistic excellence make the field of paranormal investigations seem like a cross between Scooby-Doo and True Detective, only with a drunk handling of the lighting. But these guys on TV are doing it certainly to entertain you. They're going to find something creepy no matter where they are, because otherwise there's no episode. Now, I somewhat believe that, but here is the questions. Number 5 was, do you believe in the work you do as a ghost hunter?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because I know what I'm doing and what I'm asking and what is real to me.
It's the
what's
people,
real and what's not.
It's the people that come back and say it's not true. That's insanely frustrating.
And another thing about the drunk handling a flashlight, sometimes it's nerves. It depends on the location, but sometimes it's nerves that your hands are shaking with a damn flashlight.
And don't get me wrong, there is probably some Hollywood stuff going on because obviously they need to keep their sponsors and they need to make the money they make. But
Right.
it's there.
Well, we don't make that money where we work, and none of our shit is faked. So,
do you believe that this question baffles me because, and I'll get to it why in a second. Do you believe psychics and mediums are terrifying? Now, before you answer that, first of all, people, you need to understand the questions that you're asking. Look up the definition of a medium and a psychic. It's the same damn thing. Psychic mediums are the same thing. All technical abilities are considered psychic mediums. There are just different levels of them and what they do.
Right, like the empath.
Do you believe that they're terrifying because they could possibly somewhat be insane too?
I don't believe they're terrifying at all. At all.
And the reason this question says, well, I think they're insane is because, well, they're trying to contact and summon the dead.
But it's not necessarily the psychic trying to contact the dead. It's the dead know that they can speak easier to a psychic medium. I call, like Tyler and Beth being a psychic medium, and Pam, I call them beacons.
Yeah, definitely.
That somehow the dead can talk to them easier than they can talk to us. Is that terrifying? It depends on which one you're with and where you're at, because if you're with Tyler at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, then that whole damn place is terrifying. But I actually feel more secure around them.
So sometimes I feel that I think everybody has somewhat of some ability. Everybody that I've worked with, let me rephrase that, even to include you. There's an ability to draw it out and get it to come talk to you. But sometimes being around Pam and Tyler and Beth, it seems that they can. It's almost, I don't know if they can. They can utilize whatever energy or what limited abilities that we have, and it enhances theirs and enhances our ability to see things. But it seems sometimes that's the way I feel, and that's why I feel comfortable being around them all the time.
I would say sometimes, but not all the time, because Beth has tested me at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. While she's got something beside her and describing what's beside her, she's got me looking down a different hallway and I'm describing what I'm seeing. And I am by no means psychic. Now, Tyler will tell you, like, I don't know if he's ever told you, never wear a hat, but I wear a hat on every investigation. A hat.
I wear a hat on every one of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
When you do your live stuff, your live feed before the night starts, you don't?
Well, no. Well, okay. You're right. The live feeds I normally don't. But I have a specific hat that I have to wear down in Missouri State Pen. I have one that I wear when I go to other locations. I have certain hats for certain locations now.
Oh, jeez. Now, see, Tyler says because we wear a hat that we are not opening ourselves up completely because our hat is covering our third eye. Has he ever told you that?
No, that's not where I was told my third eye was.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what Tyler says.
Insert joke there.
Oh my god. No. Why does this show always take a turn for the worse?
Okay, so the third question.
All right.
Why is it that businesses love to pretend to be haunted?
To get attention, to put their name out there for their business.
I never said these questions were, they call out one specific.
I was really going to struggle. I thought I was going to struggle with these questions, but okay.
They called out one specific. They're saying it's creepy. Yeah, a specific location.
Okay.
They're calling out the Stanley Hotel, saying that it's not.
They're saying that it's not haunted?
That there's nothing there.
The Stanley Hotel, like where The Shining was filmed?
Yeah.
I don't know why I always get the Stanley and the Shanley mixed up.
Let me click on the Stanley Hotel real quick and see what it does. I don't know if that was that. Oh, of course, that page can't be found. Oh, the article won't let me in. They're saying the Stanley Hotel in Colorado has become the flagship of paranormal studies in the U.S., and it's a fake. It's just a big, creepy ass building.
Aren't they all?
Yeah.
I've never been there. Now, see, I know, as far as I know, like a couple years ago, I thought they did away with letting paranormal investigators come there.
They did.
Okay.
They did. And I'm not going to go into that the number 2 question, because I'm going to read it, but I believe this one wholeheartedly. Scammers are everywhere. Be concerned about what you look for. Yeah, there are. And that goes right back to the question before that. Haunted. Why do places pretend to be haunted? Because they want money. They want to bring you in. So we'll skip that one. What's the... do you believe that paranormal investigation the job of paranormal... I can't talk. How you doing? Thank you very much for bringing this far. Do you believe that the job of paranormal investigation is truly horrifying?
No.
Well, I have to say yes and no.
Well, it goes back to depending on what location you're at.
Well, and not even just that. Part of being a paranormal investigator, and I'm going to read this because they actually hit this part right on the head. It says part of being a paranormal investigator is taking calls at someone better be dead o'clock at night from a terrified client. These range from tense to I have vibrating alien implants. With practice, an investigation with a good investigator can become adept to assessing a client within the first 2 minutes of conversation, such as, oh, here we go, I shouldn't have done this, such as clients claiming to have, I have alien or paranormal bugs crawling in my vagina. Okay.
It really says that?
Yes, it does.
Why couldn't they say mouth?
I don't know. It's right here.
One hole or the other, and you got to pick that one.
First of all, if you've got paranormal bugs crawling in your vagina, go get checked for crabs. And I wouldn't go to that church anymore.
Oh my God!
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yes and no. Is it horrifying? Yeah, it can be. Again, it's normally on the private ones that we do. It seems like you never know what's going to come, what you're going to get calls for, and we've had some weird ones. Our team takes a lot of very weird calls. We try to do what we can to investigate or look into each one, and sometimes they're out of our range of we try to stay within a certain number of hours from home, but we have friends all over the United States and actually all over the world that we can contact and say, hey, someone's down in Texas, they're having this issue, do you want to take this case? Right. And we have lots of friends that will take, lots of other groups that we work with that will take these cases. But when you're calling and you're giving us the information, we take it very seriously. But when we start looking into it and we come to find out that you're an alcoholic, or the reason why you think things are floating is because your son's making meth in your basement and the smells are coming upstairs, do something about it. But when we do these hunts with ghost hunts and we take large groups of people all over the place, is it horrifying? Not always. Sometimes even we get scared. So if you're ever with me and I start running, just keep your ass up next to me because we're getting the hell out of there. That's all I'm saying.
That's like what Tyler does. If one of the psychic mediums in the room screams and runs out the room, I would go too. I'm not hanging around. Of course, if Tyler bumps into somebody, he screams.
I know.
So,
and that's the funniest thing in the world.
It is the funniest thing. And a little short British guy, and he screams like a girl. I hope you're not listening, Tyler. I love you. But he does, and it's funny. It gets everybody else laughing, so it breaks the whole seriousness. That's another thing, we always talk about. You got to have fun on your investigations.
Yes. And giggling and laughter, people think it's disrespectful. They think that, hey, you that's all you're doing is you're just making a mockery out of this. We've actually come, I don't know how you feel, but we've come to figure out that sometimes the laughing and when people are having a good time, it seems to put out more energy than when people are just trying to, talk about, I got to get all serious and we got to do this. No, have a good time. When someone screams and everybody starts laughing, that's because, we're all there, and laughter is one of the number one defenses that we go to when we get scared. And that's just human nature. We're not doing it to be disrespectful. We don't want to disrespect anybody.
Sometimes we get the dead laughing on our devices. Like, you'll hear laughing with us, too, sometimes.
I want to know about that one when Pam was recording and she screamed. If there's anything in the background on someone else's recorder where they may have gotten laughter.
Nobody else had a recorder going but me and her. Like, I just had my Sony recorder going and she had the Pandora running. We had them running at the same time, but nobody else had a recorder.
So did you catch anything else on that one?
My recorder didn't even pick up her screen.
No.
I'm dead serious. That's why I was talking about that recorder. I'm like, how the hell did I not catch that? But before she did the EVP with the scream is when I had my recorder going and all of us heard the 3 footsteps of something coming in the room with us, and there was nobody in that doorway. So my recorder didn't capture it. Hers didn't capture it. Right before she said, I know where you are, and then she waited, and then she stopped the recording, and I was like, oh, I know where he is too. Because everybody heard him walk into the room. But my recorder didn't pick it up, and she was about 10 feet away from the doorway where it came from, and the Pandora didn't pick it up either.
See, I've actually gotten to the point now where I like to take and say, okay, we're going to have you record, we're going to do an EVP here, I'm going to have you ask questions, and what they don't realize is behind them laying down, I have another EVP going. And so I'm recording constantly for the whole session.
Yeah.
And that way I can come back and listen. And I use my Zoom when I do them because it just seems to pick up everything.
I know. I'm gonna use it at Bobby Mackey's.
And now I've got that DR. The hell is? Oh, it's down at Michelle's. That new recorder. I bought a stand that holds a mic for it. So I'm real curious. We're gonna give that a shot on our next one. I just finally got it working and figured out how to make it work. So we're going to give that a shot, and we'll probably try that down in, oh, hello, my brain just quit. Down in Missouri. Why can't I think of, I got to start drinking before these shows. Whatever
works for you, brother.
So
I'm drinking Mountain Dew, and it's not keeping me awake.
Stay awake, Shannon, stay awake. So that's my 5 questions that I had. What else you got? Anything?
There's a couple more on this top 10 thing.
Okay.
Let's do. I skipped a couple. We'll jump to near-death experiences and a life after death.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
To the point where I see the bright light? No. Where I've almost died and got ran over by a speedboat on a river? Yes. But no, not to the point where I've been on my deathbed and seen the white light, no.
Well, I know that I've had a lot of injuries. I've put myself through a lot of crap, and how the hell I'm still alive, I don't know. But I don't know
how I wasn't eaten by an alligator as a child.
Well, your mom told you to stop feeding them.
Well, that didn't stop us from jumping off bridges and swimming in canals as kids either.
It's because you scared the shit out of them. These kids are nuts. We're getting the hell out of here.
Yep, that's probably what happened.
Okay, go ahead and read the article.
They'll eat us. It says people who were once near death have sometimes reported various mystical experiences. such as going into a tunnel and emerging in a light, being reunited with loved ones, a sense of peace, etc., that may suggest an existence beyond the grave. While such experiences are profound, no one has returned with proof or verifiable information from beyond the grave. Skeptics suggest that the experiences are explainable as natural and predictable hallucinations of a traumatized brain. A study of people in cardiac arrest in 2015 found that when the heart is dying, it gets peppered by signals from the brain, which tries to stay active. The scramble of signals might be responsible for near-death experiences, researchers figure. That's all it says.
There's so much about the human brain we don't know. How can they say that?
I don't know. How can they say that we don't have any proof of the dead contacting the living? I just had to fucking throw that back in there. I'm sorry. Let's see. We only got a couple left.
What's the next one?
The body/mind connection. Medical science is only beginning to understand the ways in which the mind influences the body. The placebo effect, for example, demonstrates that people can at times cause a relief in medical symptoms or suffering by believing the cures to be effective, whether they actually are or not. Using processes only poorly understood, the body's ability to heal itself is far more amazing than anything modern medicine could create. So while there are many unexplained phenomena, and frankly some of them are dubious, the explainable science of the body and mind, even if we're still trying to figure much of it out, may be among the most amazing phenomena of all.
I have to say that not only do I believe that, parts of what you just read,
right,
but I have experienced it not only personally, but I've seen it actually happen to someone where a placebo effect was used while I was in the military when I was a medic. I watched them actually give a pill to someone, telling them it was one drug, and knowing that it was a baby aspirin. That we knew it was a baby aspirin, but they had this person completely convinced that they were going to be tired and pretty much be, for lack of better terms, stoned out of their gourd so they couldn't feel the pain. And within 2 minutes of taking that, this person was just like they had just smoked the way they were acting. They just spent like 4 or 5 days with Snoop Dogg on a big old bender.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Matrix. Should you take the red one or the blue one?
Yeah, kind of. I believe that with our it's mind over matter. That a lot of things we can do with our mind. I believe that there's a lot of people that can block out pain, physical pain, even though they're seeing it happen to them. I know that my ability to take pain is a lot higher than anyone else in my family because I've seen it firsthand.
Right.
I know that my ability to block out certain things that I've seen in my life and just forget about them. It's weird the way you can sit there and look at the mind and go, okay, why is it? And I'm going to use. I know we only got 4 minutes left, but I'm gonna. I know if you look at soldiers with PTSD that are
right.
really nasty and really bad. How is it that you have guys that were cleaning up dead bodies after a desert storm, going into vehicles and literally removing bodies with more or less putty knives because they've been in these tracks and these vehicles out in the desert for so long? Some of these guys came back and are now just terrified of everything. Their PTSD is so bad. And some people are like, okay, yeah, it was a job. That's what I did. And they can brush it off. Why? Why does their mind allow it to block it or it not affect them whatsoever? And why is some people can't? So yeah, I kind of believe in the mind is something we know nothing about. I believe it's the biggest frontier that that they know the least about in this world. I guarantee you we know more about paranormal investigations and that the ghost or spirits can talk to us, regardless of what that article says, that they can talk to us and they're trying to get with us. We know more about that now than what scientists know a lot about the brain, but there's certain things that they're just not going to be able to explain in the brain. So yeah, I believe the placebo effect is there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
and before we get our little buzzer on our time running low, I do want to let everybody know, because I didn't at the beginning. At least I don't think I did. I don't remember. Could be the Mountain Dew. On September 6th. If anybody is near Bobby Mackey's, which is in Wilder, Kentucky, we have a Ghost Hunts event that night, and I will be the staff member on hand. So if anybody is interested, tickets are still available for that Thursday night, September 6th, to come and investigate with me. If you guys want more info, go to ghosthuntsusa.com and book it.
Come out and hang out with Shannon for a night. See what you can get. See what she can show you. Come on, come see her.
No, you want to.
You want to, you do. You too can come hang out in a bar with Shannon late at night. Wait, that sounded really bad. Come hang out at a bar with Shannon late at night.
It is a working bar. It is open on Fridays and Saturdays.
Kind of sounds like I'm pimping you out. Come on down and see Shannon at the bar.
It's all good. We got less than a minute, so if you want to lead us out.
Well, Shannon, it was an awesome show. I thank you very much.
Yes.
Jimmy, thank you very much for running the show for us in the background back there. We want to thank everybody for listening in. Next week, we will be back. Same bat time, same batty channel. same ghosty time, same ghosty channel. Want to thank everybody for listening. Henry, don't wreck any forklifts. Everybody that's out there, come home safe. You guys overseas. Everybody else that's here, please, if you got any questions for us, go to our Facebook site and get us the questions. And once again, I don't know what else to say. Hey, we'll see all you guys in the dark on a ghost hunt. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Yes, good night.